Have you ever seen an antenna made from a CD? It sounds a bit hard to believe, doesn't it? But trust me, it can be done. If you find this idea interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel. Now let's get started. In the first step, I carefully measure the surface of the CD to find the exact drilling points. Accurate marking is critical here, because even a small error can affect the entire build later on. Once everything is marked correctly and well aligned, I drill the holes and get the CD ready for the next components. In my hand right now are 2 sets of bolts and nuts that fit perfectly into the holes I just drilled. Having the right size makes the connections much easier, cleaner, and more secure. Next, I'll attach a single electrical wire to one of the 2 drilled holes. The remaining hole will be connected in the same way, making sure both connection points are installed evenly and securely. This is a terminal block, a small component but a very important one in the whole setup. It keeps the wires firmly in place, ensures good electrical contact, and helps prevent loose connections or unstable signals. Thanks to this little part, the wiring stays neat, easier to manage, and most importantly, much safer for long-term use. It makes perfect sense to use this 10 cm bolt as the main support for the homemade antenna. Its length provides solid stability, creates the right spacing between components, and helps the whole antenna stand firmly in place. It's a simple piece, but it plays a key role in keeping everything strong and functional. The antenna base I'm using is made of wood and already has a pre-drilled hole that fits the threaded rod perfectly. This allows the rod to be secured firmly in place, keeping the entire antenna stable and well positioned during use. If the CD is used as the signal collecting dish, this spark plug serves as an important conversion component. It helps receive the signal from the dish, stabilize the signal path, and guide it cleanly toward the connection wire. Thanks to this part, the signal is better focused with less loss, allowing the homemade antenna to work more efficiently. Once the conversion component is securely fixed in place, I'll move on to the antenna's signal feed section. This part needs to be connected carefully, neatly, and firmly, because only a solid, clean connection will allow the signal to flow smoothly and reliably. This is a coaxial cable, designed specifically for stable signal transmission. Its multi-layer structure helps reduce interference, minimize signal loss, and keep the signal clean over longer distances. In antenna systems, coaxial cable is almost a must-have if you want reliable and consistent performance. On the other end of the coaxial cable, I'll attach a straight F connector and a 90-degree F connector. This setup makes it much easier to connect the antenna to the TV, especially when space is limited behind the screen. On the other end of the coaxial cable, I'll attach a straight F connector and a 90-degree F connector. This setup makes it much easier to connect the antenna to the TV, especially when space is limited behind the screen. Before connecting the device to the TV, I need you to verify one thing with me first. At this moment, my TV has no signal at all. That way, the test results afterward will be clear, fair, and easy to see. As soon as I made the connection, the TV immediately started showing broadcast channels. The initial result looks great, but to see whether the signal stays stable, we'll need to give it a bit more time and observe carefully. So far, nothing negative has happened, so I've decided to unplug the connection and plug it back in to see if there's any change in the result. And now you've seen it, with a few simple repurposed items, we can build an antenna that actually works. It's not about expensive tools but about curiosity, thinking differently, and being willing to try. If you found this video useful or interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who enjoy DIY projects. Thanks for watching until the very end, and I'll see you in the next homemade build.